Tommy with the Hobby Squad here with a fellow member. What's your name and what'd you do?
Michael, and I went undefeated today with MARINCESS.
Hobby Squad. Let's go. All right.
Represent, yeah.
Let's get
so
into this
we're
list.
gonna get with the best waifu in the entire game.
She's beautiful. Where'd you get those secrets?
Got a shout out to my friend Tommy to help me out here, getting the 2, even though 1 is not first edition. Gosh.
One also kind of looks Euro, but
honestly the best starter in this game. You summon her, you send another one, and then you basically have an area 0 effect when you link her off. So she's absolute must 3 of.
Nice.
Then we got the best card to send off with her, which is Seahorse. Really wish I had these in Starlight, but they're kind of expensive now because this deck is blowing up. But she's honestly the best extender. You basically summon Slug, target her, add it back, and then she's 1 card full combo basically. This deck is explosive, and when you don't stop it, and Seahorse is definitely helping out with that. Okay, then we just have some extenders here. The new support, MARINCESS Spring Girl, and then we have 2 Pascalists. So I know a lot of lists, they play 3 and 3 or 1 and 3. I found 2 and 2 is honestly the best, just for ratio-wise. I don't really want to see them in my opening hand, but I do want to see them on a regular basis when I'm drawing or with any type of draw power or milling. I want to see those with those, so 2 and 2 is perfect.
And just start relaxing on it.
Okay, then we just have the other extenders here, 1 Mandarin and then 1 Sleepy Maiden. These are just mandatory, you have to play 1 of each. Any more than 1 Maiden is definitely a brick, so definitely don't play that, just more than 1. Okay, then we're going off to just my little spicy extender here, Sea Archiver. If you don't know what this does, if it's in the hand or graveyard and you special summon a monster to a zone a link monster is pointing to, you get to special summon him for free. So it's basically another Mandarin and basically just helps extend for free. It's a free dump for Signet Mining. It's just like Seahorse basically, so it's like your best dump for Signet Mining. So that's why I just play 1. Okay, then we're going off with the most prevalent hand trap, 3 Ash. Gotta play 3 Ash. This deck is all but nothing but 1 card starters, so you can just pile on the hand traps and basically run like Print Kids used to. So gotta have 3 Ash. Okay, then we play 2 Nib. I don't play 2 Nib, I don't play 3. It's definitely more of a cross-out target than it is actually a hand trap for me to use. So that's why I just want to see 2.
It is kind of cool you guys unaffected though.
Yeah, so basically Nib is always free no matter what.
Nib doesn't have to tribute, right, to summon?
It does have to tribute.
Oh, so you can't use Nib if you have your guy on the field?
If it's just me, yeah. But I'm not nibbing myself.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 Veilers. This is again just for the more so for cross-out targets than it is for the actual hand trap. Though of course it comes in handy when it's in hand trap mode. Okay, then we have off to the spells. We got 3 Signet Mining. This is basically just 3 more Tangs, blue Tangs. So basically you can say I'm playing 6 of her. Going second, this card is absolute garbage, and I always cite it out going second because I never want to see this. But going first, you gotta have it. You gotta have 6 blue Tangs all the time. Okay, then we have off to the new support, 3 Dives. And then we have 1 Ocean. There's a lot of speculation going around, you know, playing 1 dive, 2 dives, 2 and 2. I find this to be really good. Sometimes it does kind of suck when you open up too many dives, but other times when you open up dive and ocean, I mean, this deck just explodes with that alone. Typically, a lot of people always hand trap the blue Tang or the Slug because they don't really understand what this deck is trying to do, so they just kind of shotgun hand traps.
Yeah, I feel like that like, eats like Imperms. Then you just link it off and it's a 1 card starter.
Yeah,
anyway,
so in theory, if you want to really stop this deck in its tracks, you need at least 3 good hand traps, and then you
what do you think
stop.
the best place is to hand trap? Because it's newer decks, so some people might not know.
Honestly, the monsters are all baits. Those are never something that you want to hand trap. Like Blue Tang is never something you want to Ash or Imperm. Pasquist is never something to Imperm. Always Imperm or Ash the Links. Those are the cards that you want to hit.
Okay.
So there's some to help you out when you're going against this in Nats, because I'm sure you'll see this up there. Okay, then we have 3 Forbidden Droplet because this deck is trash going second, so we need as much cards to help us as much as possible. Since this is a 1 card starter deck, you don't really care about setting anything for cost because all you need to keep is 1 card in your hand.
True. How many going second cards is it, do you know?
Going second cards, I think I have
Ash, Nibs, Veilers,
just the hand traps and droplets really, and then Imperms.
And there's Imperms, yeah. Okay.
Okay, then we play 2 Pot of Desires because we play 3 of everything. And this is more so at the end of the combo if this is in your hand, if you have full combo already. Basically, what I mean by that is you already did triangle into searching your one wave, and then I did the ocean or sea angel to search the one battle ocean, so this is free. So I don't have to worry about banishing
The
anything
seahorse
necessary.
doesn't really matter, right? The
Correct,
seahorse
yeah. Seahorse doesn't matter because you play 3 of it. So this is just free at the end of combo, you know, draw more
Wasn't there
hand
one
traps.
seahorse, I thought? No.
I had 3 seahorse.
Okay.
3 seahorse, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we have the 1 call by and the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. You don't want to lose to Mystic Mind going first, and this is of course just for the, you know, stop hand traps versus us.
Very nice.
Okay, then we have the 2 crossouts, of course. A lot of people actually don't play this, and they play like 3 wave, for example. This deck still kind of gets wrecked by Nib if you're not playing around Nib properly. So if you don't have a way out to out the Nib during your combo, like for example making your 5th summon Crystal Heart, it's unaffected by card effects while it's in the extra monster zone, then you definitely need something to kind of help you get the extra push that you need to kind of get your end board going. So that's why I play the 2 crossout.
Sure, did it come up today about a lot or no? Not really.
Oh, it came up all day today. There wasn't a single time I didn't use crossout on anyone today. I think you were the only person I never used it on.
Yeah.
Everyone else I got used on, so.
Okay.
Then of course we have the extra traps for 3 infinite impermanents, and then we have the 1 wave. I know a lot of people tend to just do 2 wave or 3 wave. I don't really see the point in having more than 1 wave. This card is very good, but it is not good in your opening hand. I don't want to see more than 1 in my opening hand.
Yeah, it's searchable, right?
It's
So there's just
searchable.
no point.
You can grab it from your graveyard. There's so many ways to reoccur the 1 card. You don't need any more than 1.
Yeah. That's
And this
valid.
is exactly 40 cards, so that's why I have it, the ratios that I have there. So that's 40 card
Nice.
main deck for you. Off to the extra deck, we have our beautiful Sword Sword tokens there. Then we have our 2 blue slugs. There's some lists playing 3 that I noticed, but I think that's just kind of janky. If you're going into 3 blue slugs, you're definitely doing something wrong. 2 is absolutely the number that you need. I've never even honestly did more than 1. Maybe just if I'm in the grind game, you kind of get the second one going, but I've never needed a 3rd one.
Okay.
Then we have the other link one for our combos is Sea Angel. This is the card that you want to impermanent Ash, always 100%. If you see this slapped on the field, you're going to hand trap this 100%. A lot of people always kind of hit the blue slug first, and I don't understand why. This is the card
that's
you
the
want
first
to hit.
link, probably.
Yeah,
right?
they just
Okay.
kind of see it link, oh, I'm adding something to my hand, let me stop that. But this is the card that you want to stop at all times.
Okay, that's good to know.
Then we have just Splash Bench here. It helps facilitate the Link 4 combos because you can basically summon your Blue Slug, or your Blue Tang, excuse me, or your Seahorse in the graveyard. You can't summon any Links with this card because they have to summon in defense mode, so it's just another extender to kind of get your Link 4s out as quick as possible. Then we, of course, we have the Crystal Heart for the immunity for the effects. You got to play it, at least at 1. I know some people kind of cut this from the list just to make it have more room in the extra deck, but it always comes up for me. I always have a way to kind of full combo with unaffected on the end board, so I kind of figured why not always kind of have this. The battle protection definitely comes up. It came up for me today, which I never thought it would, so it definitely comes up. Then we have honestly the best extender in the game is Coral Anemone.
Oh, yeah.
This card is crazy recyclable. If you send it to the graveyard any way, shape, or form from the field, she will add back a MARINCESS card non-targeting. So she's just super, super consistent with the grind game. Her effect to target when it special summons, of course, is always good. The combo that you do with her with Core Triangle is definitely really good. You only play 1 Core Triangle, you don't need any more than that. This is your searcher for the trap. The effect in the grave is definitely broken. It's banishes for cost, and not a lot of people understand that. So the effect is that you banish it for cost, and you can special summon up to 2 links that equal exactly 3. So basically you summon your Anemone for free, and you summon basically like your Sea Angel for free, and their effects are not negated, so you can kind of combo off after that.
Nice. Oh, they don't negate them either. That's crazy.
For the mirror match, I play the 1 Uriah. It's honestly never come up because I've never had the mirror match happen to me. But the charmer effect kind of comes more in handy, like if you open really, really, really bad. And,
Does that add the hand like the other one?
right, like you just maybe, maybe follow up. It'll help you with that since it adds blue tang.
Plus, I mean, you're locked into water, so it's kind of cool.
It's just kind of another water extender or just water enabler, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I've never even seen her.
We have the Marble Rock here. This is honestly the best recursion this deck has outside of Anemone, because she can just keep adding cards back from the graveyard back to the hand. Her battle effect definitely comes up a lot. She's a big beater in case you can't go into Bubble Reef. She's a 45 beat stick if you have the field spell. So she's definitely good. Gotta have one. Don't play any more than one of the boss monsters. We have the one Bubble Reef. You still play her because she's definitely good for the Heat Soul effect. You basically banish a water monster on each standby phase and you get to draw a card for free. That's always good. Her effect to special summon a Marincess kind of comes up more so on your turn just for the extension. And the effect for her to gain attack points, a lot of people always tend to forget that is mandatory. So that is always going to be happening no matter what. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people tend to forget that she's gaining attack when monsters are banished. Then we have the best boss monster this deck has ever pumped out, which is Aqua Argonaut. She's got so many effects in one. She's basically your spell trap negation, because this deck lost really bad to evenly matched. So now that you have an answer for that, you don't have to really worry about getting evenly matched anymore. She's also a attack lock. If you were ever in a scenario where you can make two of her, the opponent cannot attack you at all. She's also an effect on your turn where you can target a water monster, target a card your opponent controls, and bounce both to the hand. So she kind of applies pressure on your turn as well. She's definitely the best boss monster this deck has gotten in a while, and I'm very excited to know that this that she's just a great boss monster. Honestly, there's no reason not to play her. Then we play the package here for Totally Awesome and Bahamut Shark. I don't play the Abyss Shark extenders or Silent Anglers or Silent Sea Needle. I don't play any of those. A lot of people play the Abyss Shark for this particular combo, and I don't understand why, because Abyss Shark can only be a rank 4 for number monsters, so that's obviously not the case here. Silent Angler is a really bad extender because you have to use it at the end of your combo, or else you're locked out of special summoning from your hand for the rest of the turn. Obviously, that is very bad. This deck summons from the hand all the time, so you want to make sure that it's not something that is a restriction towards you. But this is definitely good. This is basically end board stuff here. An extra negate. This is always good. You basically end this with Argonaut, and they got in wave, and it's basically three hand traps with this, or three negations with this, and wave in your hand. Maybe if you had a Forbidden Droplet or Impermanence, you can set that, and it's very, very good and very tough to get over. So. And this deck is super hyper consistent. I don't think I've ever had a bad hand where my end board wasn't unaffected or wasn't a Link 4 with Battle Ocean. So the fact that this deck is super consistent enables to kind of pump out those combos no matter what they're hit with. For example, I know one game we were going together, and then you realized that Forbidden Droplet wasn't doing anything against you.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, a lot of people are meaning Dark Rulers, Droplets even.
Yeah, and this deck doesn't get affected by that at all. So it's really good, the fact
that's a huge plus.
This deck is, you can't Droplet it, you can't Dark Ruler it, you can't really nib us because we're unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and thanks to Wave, we can do it again. So this deck is just really consistent, really good. And going to the side deck, because somebody else wants to see it.
No, I just didn't know if you forgot. I just made sure you didn't forget.
Saving it for Nat.
Yeah, saving it for Nat. So we have 3 Joel. You gotta play through Joel. This is obviously for the meta now. You gotta play this. 3 Regeki. Funny enough, our team captain Steven and I were kind of talking about this, putting back in Lightning Storm over this. And then Brandon was the one that actually mentioned that Regeki is always free no matter what. So that's what made me kind of put this in here. Going second, this deck is absolute garbage. So anything that can help me break a board going second is absolutely great.
You don't miss the back row?
No, this deck doesn't really have an issue with back row. The only thing I can really say with back row cards is I do side in 2 Twit Twisters and 1 Cosmic Cyclone in case, that ever were to it be an issue.
Yeah.
But I don't really see the Lightning Storm as a way to over Regeki right now, because a lot of people are honestly playing against Lightning Storm, like they're always summoning in defense, going second. So it's, you know, it's really either hit the back row or bust, and if it's only like a Fateful Adventure or Draco back, you're not really getting rid of anything.
Yeah.
So I find this being really good, because this combo, the droplet, is absolutely busted, and I've done that before. So,
True.
very
Yeah,
good.
I noticed like with like Lightning Storm, a lot of times I'm trying to hit anti-spell, like and never hit anti-spell, so like that's the only card you really want to hit in the back
Yeah.
row, other than like Floodgates and stuff, but it still comes up. Sacked yours truly with me in the finals, though.
Yeah, that honestly helped me win the game.
I couldn't believe it.
Then we have, of course, more of the back row hate, which is Twin Twisters and Cosmic Cyclone. I was thinking about honestly doing 3 Twin Twisters altogether, just because discarding is not really an issue for this deck. And plus the fact that I can destroy 2 versus 1 is always better. But I only have 2, so that's why I'm playing 2.
True. What are your discards? You said just because you have 1 card starters, you just
I could
discard another
discard like
starter?
the CR Carver is like the best discard. Any like Seahorse is a good discard. Pascalus, Spring Girl, like they're all good discards, because Blue Slug can always get them back to your hand.
Okay.
So it really doesn't matter what you discard.
Okay.
Then, of course, we have the Turn Skippers, which is D-Barrier. Honestly, didn't side this in all day. I didn't even go against a deck, really, that this would work against.
You didn't side against me?
No, I didn't side this against you at all. I just sided in the Regeki, honestly, and the Drolls, and that was it.
Yeah.
So, again, though, if I'm going against Sword Soul, as you can see, I'm not playing Token Collector, so this is obviously something I would side in. But I would also side in the Regeki, because typically Sword Soul, their endboards are just Baron, Chi-Shao with a Blackout. Once you kind of bait the Baron, Regeki's free, so that just destroys the whole board. And of course, this being like you're going first, turn skip is obviously best. Then, of course, for more back row hate, and as well as just kind of getting rid of trouble cards, since a lot of decks are playing the Adventure package, making them or forcing your opponent to keep the token on the field is always good, because you get banish everything else face down. And Eevee Match is always good. It's never a bad side deck choice. I really don't know what else I would put in over Eevee Match if I had the option to do so, so I just kind of put it in here just to have. And it's a good cross-out target in case...
I know you're not playing Dark Ruler, right?
No, I'm not playing Dark Ruler.
Maybe Dark
Not
Ruler?
playing Dark Ruler. If I play Dark Ruler, I don't really like the option of not doing battle damage. So because of that alone,
Like if
I
you
rather...
Dark Ruler someone, you can get over their stuff though.
Not necessarily, because
You guys get pretty high attack.
yeah, we do. But what's the point of beating something over with high attack if I can't deal damage?
Because that's your normal end board. You just have like a...
Yeah, but
I
if
guess.
if you Dark Ruler, you got to think about things like this in time as well. Like if you Dark Ruler, you better hope that the board that you're breaking, they're not really going to come back from. That's the whole point of Dark Rulering. So if you're like, for example, if I'm dropletting and dealing damage and getting rid of the board, then that puts more pressure on the opponent. Like they have to get out of this because they're lower on life points. You know, they're going up against a 300 beat stick that's unaffected. It can spell. You know, there's so many more things they need to be aware of than just being Dark Rulered, and then they get rid of their board and they have so much follow-up. So I'd rather have something like this where I get rid of it completely and don't have to think about it while I'm making my board. Because if they're getting Eevee Match and they're made their end board already, chances are they probably have maybe 1 card in hand, and you can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the side deck, and that's all I got for this profile here.
Any shout outs? Any like tournament report, hard matchups,
Shout outs
anything like
to,
that?
of course, the Hobby Squad.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're coming, we're kicking, we're stealing, and I'm gonna be at Nat. So if you see me there, what's up? And that's pretty much it.
He's judging, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, good stuff today, buddy. Peace.